Assuming someone else's problem as my problem. Let's start with someone close to me, a loved one. When that loved one behaves a certain way, angry, upset, having anxiety, and so forth, there's a tendency for me to think, did I cause it? Is that person upset with me? Is that person upset because of me? Did I make that person upset? Me participating in that person's problem does not help solving the problem and does not help that person in any way. Neither it helps me nor it helps the relationship. And it doesn't make things easier or better for both of us in future. It creates tension in a relationship that started because that person was having a problem and I assumed that person's problem as my problem. Does it mean that I should not be compassionate or I should become a cold person? No, quite the opposite. I can be loving and kind and understanding of that person's problem. I can give it a listening ear. When I think that I am the cause of the problem, or when I have assumed that I am the cause of the problem, or when that person makes me feel that I am the cause of the problem, then I feel guilty. The other person has a problem. So by assuming that I am the cause, which I'm not, or by imposing the cause of the problem originating from me, it doesn't help. That guilt does not help. Neither me, nor that person, nor the relationship, nor the future communication or engagement in that relationship. So when someone is having a problem, they can project that problem on someone else. Oh, you don't understand my problem. No one understands my problem. If you did this or didn't do that, then I would not have that problem. Everyone has someone in their life who sort of projects their problem on you, or they project their problem on someone else. We actively or passively participate in those problems sometime, and I am absolutely guilty of that. And what I have learned, or I am beginning to learn, is that participating in other people's problem or assuming that I'm the cause of other person's problem does not help anyone. It is a sheer waste of time. It is a sort of an ego. It's an ego trip. Even if it is an anti-ego trip, that I'm willing to sacrifice myself for the sake of your problem. You cannot solve a problem that does not exist. That is the issue. So we create new problems. And the relationships get complex and complicated because the original problem is lost somewhere. New problems are assumed, which are not problems. And imagine this is just between two people. And now each of these people then project their problems on other people. And then that other people either assume or react. And then either we feel guilty or we feel angry or the other person feels angry and so on and so forth. It is noise, makes people feel helpless, worthless, and life seems like a burden for no good reason because I assumed somebody else's problem. What do we do when I do not assume other people's problems as my problems? Be clear in your heart, in your mind, that no, it is not me. It is that person. Be clear in your communication also, if it is necessary, when someone is imposing their problem on you, be clear that no, this is not my problem. I do not have a problem with you. I do not have a problem with me. Be firm. It's very easy to allow that person to throw their garbage on you, rule over you, control you, influence you in a negative way, make you feel guilty and make you feel so terrible that you lose your sleep, your job, and so on and so forth. Be firm, strong inside and firm in your interaction and communication with that person. 3, be loving. With firmness, there comes love. Because if it was just firmness and being clear, then it is very cold. Be loving with that person, because what that person really needs is love. TLC, love and hugs. Love and hugs is what that person needs. If I'm not able to give love and hugs in person, I can give love and hugs in my words and through text messages, for example. And if I feel that also is feeling uncomfortable, I can give love and hugs to that person in my mind, in my heart. They work subconsciously. Thoughts travel. My loving feelings and thoughts, they work. They have an influence on the other person. What else? I can always pray. I can always pray for the well being of that person. So, floating hourglass, doing floating hourglass above that person, asking the higher consciousness to give that person whatever that person needs. Asking higher consciousness, asking God to give that person whatever is best for that person. I don't know what is best for that person. I love me.